Welcome back to Glamour Unfiltered with me, Josh Smith, and today we are joined by the star, Hobbs Shaw, and she's my queen, Vanessa Kirby!
Oh, my laugh is way too loud. You make me laugh, like, just in the best way.
Oh, stop it. You are high-kicking higher than Sporty Spice in this. There's no Prinium anymore, no princess, no. And the only crown jewels are the ones you're kicking between the groin, aren't they?
That's right.
How did you get this high-kicking badass on, is what I need to know.
I just channeled Mark. I channeled the inner Mark.
Is it?
It's like everything she wanted to do. It just was the inner rage.
Is it the inner rage?
Yeah, it's very therapeutic.
Because you do seem in the movie that you seem very in tune with your body, I felt. And you seem very in tune with your body image.
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
you seem very like confident in it, I felt.
It's just an act.
Yeah.
Just trying really hard to act it.
Because what's your journey with your body image been like in that sense?
On the Crown, I was called Bambi, especially by the costume department, because I just tripped up on all the shoes, fell over the whole time. I'm always conscious of my bum. I always think it's too big. My sister has the same problem. But like learning to like try and accept things about yourself and be like, you only get one.
Yeah.
You only get you. What else? You can't think your way out of it, you know? And in a way you have to enjoy it for what it is. But I didn't feel in tune with it. I felt like it was aching non-stop. I was hobbling around the whole time.
For me, you've always been a very empowering force on screen. You are so fabulous. But you've kind of gone through a journey of empowerment in your life anyway, because I read before that you were bullied at school and how you came back from that and all those kind of things. And when I was watching the movie, I thought in my head, oh my God, if your younger self could see you do that, she'd be like, yes, queen. Was that something that's ever gone through your mind?
I never thought I'd be doing an action movie with the Drain Door. Are you kidding? Never. I think I'd have laughed about it. I'd be like, shut up. Maybe
Shut up, Han.
Oh, shut up, Han. I'm like, literally, I thought I'd be on stage my whole life.
What's been the turning points in your own empowerment, would you say?
Working with a war child has changed my life.
Yeah.
Forever. I think just like learning to be okay, like just trying every day to practice like self-care and like self-love. And I think I would summarize self-love as like sometimes noticing the thoughts that you have about yourself are like so negative or more negative than anyone else would be to your face, you know? And you never be that negative to other people as you do about yourself. And it's so bizarre that we kind of like have this inner critic that's, I mean, I used to really struggle with it and like really doubt myself at work and just generally. And I've had to really like nurture that part and be like, why are you doing that? Why are you saying that about yourself? And like the practice of catching it and being like, okay, I'm gonna replace that with something positive about myself. I'm just gonna replace it with something kind. And it's literally that simple. It's like the thought.
And also that thing you just said about you would never be so harsh to someone else as you are to yourself. I've never actually thought about that before, and that's so true.
No, would you ever say the things that you say to yourself
never.
to anyone else ever? And if you were talking to your best friend, if they were having like fears or anxiety, like, how would you talk to them? And I don't talk to myself how I would talk to a friend.
What do you tell yourself in those moments? What is the mantra?
I just talk to myself like I would to a small child. How would I behave if like I'm doubting myself or I'm freaking out about something, I'm feeling super anxious? I'm just like, you're okay, it's all cool. Like, remember you're enough. Like, you don't know anything to worry about. Like, literally talk to myself as a child. Because I think sometimes we look for outside sources to do that, whether it's validation through work, relationships, affirmation from the outside, owning things, being something more, achieving something. And those things, they're transient. They come and they go. So if you depend on anything outside, it's not constant. But your mind could be if you practice it. So that's where it's at, basically.
Oh my God, I'm gonna become a bit more Vanessa Kirby after this. Because you just touched on War Child, which is such an incredible thing that you've done, because you've become a bit of an activist as well, which is a great thing as well. Can you remember a moment when you've been working on that's changed your life forever, and your perception of yourself maybe?
I really cared before, and I so believed in what they were doing. And then when you actually go and meet them in person, you talk to the families that have been in that situation, like, I just felt like parts of me just shifted forever, because I was like, I am so privileged, like, I'm so lucky to live somewhere where I don't worry about my life every day. You know, like danger of my actual life. Like, this country is amazing. Like, we're so looked after, we have freedom, we can make choices every day to do what we want. The refugees not only had come from the most horrific experiences, but they're also in camps that they don't know. They've been in there 6.5 years, there's nothing to do, they're stuck like a prison, and they don't know when they're gonna get out. Can you imagine that purgatory of not knowing?
Yes, you can't.
And like, it's just unimaginable. And then you come back here and you're like, what? Why am I waking up worried about that? Like, I can choose what I eat in the morning. And I think it makes you able to deal with things that come up for you.
One of the lines I love so much in this film is when you said, when you're done with your alpha male. When you said that, I was like, yes.
I meant every word.
You meant every single word.
Yeah.
Now, you are a very empowering woman in your own right. When you came to a film like this, did you have any reservations about going on to like a very male-dominated space?
Like, I felt like it was so important, even as a supporting part, or the, you know, like the lead female, that she wasn't falling into any tropes. You know, like never got saved by the guys, was as capable a fighter, never got rescued, you know, was never like more pathetic than them in any way. I just wanted it had to be not some traditional version of female action we've seen before, in a way.
And she's kind of an amazing antidote to kind of toxic masculinity today,
Yeah.
which is what I love about her. Because do you ever have to deal with like everyday sexism?
Less so now, but yeah, God, for years. You know, before like the last couple of years, it was just like, really, yeah.
When you were saying you've experienced it for so many years before this,
Yeah.
what kind of things would happen or people would say?
Day-to-day stuff that everyone, I think every woman has experienced, but also like just in work in terms of like the scripts you'd read. You know, it'd be like, she'd never be fighting out there on the field. She'd be like the woman at home waiting to see if the man survived and saved the world for her. You can talk about, oh, I want to change things, I want to represent women on screen, but it's like, can you go into a seriously alpha male world that's generally regarded as like testosterone, you know, and try and inject a feminine presence that at least is kind of able to completely take care of herself in every way.
Well, Vanessa Kirby, you are epic.
You're even better.
Love ya.
I love you
Thank
more.
you so much for joining me,
No, such a
hon.
pleasure.
For more epic, empowering videos like this with such epic people as Vanessa Kirby, make sure you subscribe to the Glamour UK channels now.